Jed leaned back in his chair as his table knocked their mugs together. The bar was quiet. Evening light shone through the windows and silhouetted workers returning home. A lone Meridian patrol sat around their riot speeder at the Leaf Town Square, making small talk in a foreign tongue. Most people were in for the night, though a few chatted at closed-down market stalls. Inside tartans, lockers and laborers drank and ate homely, hearty meals. Jed could see gentry from the hospital at a table, surrounded by family and friends. The walls were scrubbed tongue-and-groove wood, and the floor squared stone. A green lamp hung over a snooker table. Beside Jed sat Chelsea Reinhardt, Ahari Dell, and two aliens. One was a serpent biped with violet scales and yellow eyes. The other was a cat-like humanoid with a dark blue mullet and beard, short, cobalt blue fur, glittering green eyes, and serrated ears. Jed, Thyrin, Chelsea motioned at the reptile. We call him Yet sometimes. With pleasure. Jed studied Veyron. Yet? He saw Lafayette. Oh, I don't get it. Allow me, said Veyron in a soft, hissing voice. Among the humans, there is a hero from their stories named Lafayette. He fought for another faction's freedom to one day rally his own. Veyron's jacks you. His folk have fought for their rebirth long as ours have our freedom. Do they live in the belt too? Nope, the cat person said. We come from Paradise, the galaxy's south sector. Meet Darmak, the Relanian. Just Darmak. No nickname. Cat names are too cliche. Darmak sipped his drink. Veyron's folk and mine fought in the Paradise Wars millennia ago. Dozens of empires clashed. A few survived. The yours did? Mine did. His didn't. And eventually the Jackshu fell too. Twice. That sounds complicated. Another time. Reinhardt looked the group over. You boys may have noticed a couple chairs are empty tonight. A painful silence loomed. The Major flexed her hand. Its smooth brown skin softened by the table's amber lamp. Ahari, I'm sorry. Matt didn't make it. Neither did Yurkin. Lieutenant Dell bit her lip and stared off into the barroom. Darmak and Veyron bowed their heads, the latter mouthing a silent prayer. Jed sat there, uncomfortably, watching. They'll be remembered. Temsifati, Musals. Veyron laid a hand on the Major's arm. How did this happen? Our recon op went bad. Meridians beat us to the transport. No survivors. There goes another resistance crew. Scarce few of them anymore. Full crews, at least. Reinhardt took a drink. Some good came of it, though. Jed here saved my Zeep. I want him for the cause. The team traded glances, then looked at Jed. Yeah, I have amnesia. Apparently, I'm some sort of super important Zetar. I don't know what that means. He's seen a fair bit of us in our mess. Don't know where his partner went, but he'll want to find her. Reckon we can help each other. Are you on our side yet? I'm sympathetic. I know things are bad. They just don't know enough yet. Tell him about the dead birds. A dark look crossed Reinhardt's face. Reckon I oughta. She faced Jed. Couple decades after humans settled the belt, the Meridians attacked. Back then, the Domeheads were part of the Wereow Federation, ruled the galaxy at their peak. Then the Reavers happened, and down went the Feds. We came in on their fall. Reavers? My kind engineered them. Monsters of war, deadly fast, and immune to energy weapons. They destroyed the Federation, as the Federation had destroyed us. The Belt had no tech to make blasters, so they relied on blades and bullets. We fought off the Reavers while the Feds got slaughtered. Their coalition crumbled. The massacre drove the Meridian race to our colonies. Enough exposition. Humans split. Some stayed, most fled. Those who left went east and formed the Second Terran Alliance. The Second Alliance? The first was in the Milky Way. Chelsea clenched a fist. Jed, Ahari and I came from the Alliance. She privileged family, me a challenged one. We joined the army. We were gonna be soldiers of the Empire. We've seen the glory, the fanfare, the pretty garden worlds and gleaming fleets, and it's all so beautiful. She took her drink and poured it out on the floor. That's what the dead birds do with it. With everything. Instead of helping folk like the Belt, where they came from, by the way, they ignore them. They fight pointless wars with far-off enemies, leave outliers to fend for themselves. Then, they have the guts to claim them as part of their dominion. But how can they do that? The Belt is under Meridian control. Exactly. Veyron shook his head. We don't matter enough to free. The belt is but a thread in the Empire's tapestry. Defending it's not worth the trouble. Jed stared. So, all this time, all these thousands of years, we've rebelled. Over and over. Chelsea's face darkened. Anything, everything to get the Alliance's attention, to free ourselves, to do something. And every time, failure. Silence filled the air. It can't be. Jed's head sank. That's awful. Huh. Oh, that's nothing. Darmak scowled. Let's talk bondage. Now the dead birds make slaves out of my kind. Break up families and uproot communities. All them fleets and garden worlds gotta come from somewhere. Truth's of ours, more, ain't it? The Major reached for Ahari's mug, took a swig. And while the Alliance twiddles its thumbs and enslaves Relanians, the Meridians grind their heel into us, assert their dominance. She gestured to the two empty chairs. Martyr friends and family. Silence returned. Jed traced a gloved hand over the table, numb with disbelief. Could such a thing exist? Was it possible for brother to abandon brother? The Zetar didn't know the first thing about grievances, but if Green Team was right, how awful indeed. What if Jed were called to abandon Aurel like that? He barely knew her, but they had to have been close. Could he walk away from her? Split with her over a conflict of ideals? He certainly hoped that wouldn't come to pass. Haha, you've been quiet. Chelsea looked at Ahari. Got something for us? The lieutenant continued tracing her mug rim, eyes locked on it. At last, she glared up at Jed. I lost Matt to the Domeheads. We all lost Yurkin. A lot of folk have lost more. If you walk out of here and ignore that, don't come looking for me. I'll be nothing but a bullet for you. The Zetar swallowed hard. I won't. I'm in. Once again. Silence. Good enough. Major Reinhardt stood, motioned at the door. Come on. Almost nightfall. time to go home.